the 12th day of Christmas, the Reyes gave to me a bunch of stuff you're about to see. Well, met lords and ladies, Jacob Potter speaking. Happy Reyes. If you don't know what Reyes is, I explain a bit in my next video. But basically, it's the 12th day of Christmas, the day of the Epiphany, and it's the day that the Spanish children receive presents. So, of course, in my family, what we would do every year was cheat the system, essentially. So we'd spend Christmas in Liverpool with our family, and then New Year's with our other family, somewhere else. I'm not going to, well, actually, no, I could say in Crawley, whatever. Cities don't really matter. Got to be careful what you say online these days. But basically, yes, we would do that, and then we would go back to Spain, where we lived, in time for January the 6th. That's how come I got Will on this day last year, actually. So, yeah. Happy first birthday, Will, wherever the heck you are. Here. She's not actually plugged in at the moment, and you can see that, her kind of leg stand is broken. I mean, she can still stand up. Look, I can balance her on a book and everything. Look, see? See? By the way, I haven't made you talk since January last year. Are you still alive?
I will never die, Jacob.
Jeez, alright, fine. Okay, I get it. Right. Just put you down there for now. In any case, I'm just thought that I would show you what I have for Reyes, because apparently people do these videos like what I got for Christmas, so you know what? What they haven't done is what I've got for Reyes. So, here we go. Here is what I got for Reyes. It's this bag right here. There's this packaging over the top of it. This was actually to conceal it because it was apparently a lot of things were bought in advance. We'll go in order. So first of all, I've already started eating these, but Skittles. I'm addicted to Skittles, by the way. It's a serious problem. I also got this notebook, which I cannot wait to test out. As soon as I can think of a story to put into it, I will, because this is undoubtedly one of the best looking notebooks, if not the best looking notebook that I've ever received. Don't know what this tag is at the bottom here. Oh, it says Wonka. Okay, that's a bit annoying to be fair, but you know, whatever. And for those who don't know, I played Willy Wonka a total of 2 times across my acting career, and one of them was actually the either first or second, depends on what you count as me acting, but it's either the first or the second in terms of what I'd ever done, and I was 8 years old at the time. And no, I did not wear this hat. I wore a different hat, which my cousin's daughter currently has. And, but this one came in slightly later, and I did a play, and I played the Wizard Chupadedos with this hat, and that was the first time I used it. In any case, I've got this, Family Jokes. I haven't actually opened it yet, because the tape was done, so I thought I'd do it in this video, actually. I have The Merchant of Venice. And I have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Now I have some of the Harry Potter books, in fact they're actually right behind me, but I don't have this one because I gave it to Pika years ago, I think, and so he has it currently and I do not. Not that I mind, I mean, I already basically knew the story anyway and I've read it since, but it's nice to have a copy anyway to look over. Just like I'm going to look over the Percy Jackson stuff, both of which for Purisa Trotter, of course. See if I can fix that. In any case, this looks like it's a diary, but it's actually not. It's Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. So you can, there it is, there's the cover. Wuthering Heights, Emily Bronte. And yes, so this is actually a present from my dad. Partly because I borrowed this book from my cousin, and they're a bit hesitant about me borrowing books from her for whatever reason, like I'm going to lose them or something. But I haven't, by the way. I've got them all in one place. I know where they are. But as for this one, different edition, but I'm looking forward to reading this. And what my dad doesn't know is that I actually wrote a song about Emily Bronte, but I didn't mention Wuthering Heights, because that's already a song by Kate Bush. Also, someone who my dad is a big fan of. I have these Belgian milk chocolate coins. I love milk chocolates, especially white chocolate actually, so I'm hoping that they are white chocolate. No, they're not. They're dark chocolate. Doesn't matter. Well, milk chocolate. I guess actually no. Milk chocolate is. Cut this part out. More chocolate coins from milk chocolates of a different variety. This is white chocolate. I'm a massive fan of white chocolate, so I'm definitely going to save up these. Well, as much saving as I'm doing with the Skittles, of course. Yeah. And last but not least, this book, which you might be wondering what it actually is. You won't recognize it because it's a series by Roberto Santiago. Now, me talking about Roberto Santiago is going to be controversial in a few years once I publish my book series Equipo San Mateo, which is currently being having its third edition in this very book that I showed off before. Now, the thing is that Equipo San Mateo has a very, very similar premise to this series, Los Futbolisimos. And, yeah, it's like I said with Mania versus My Street. No matter what I do, people are going to compare it to it, at least in Spain. So I'm hoping that it can I can translate it when I eventually do, and it can reach a bit of an international market instead of just becoming a Spanish phenomenon, which it really is. Roberto Santiago has actually, he's been a household name even before he started this series, but it's definitely it definitely increased its popularity since. Because he's directed movies and things, of course, some of it's based on this series. If you don't know what it's basically about these this group of footballers. They're all about 11. And they solve mysteries as well as play football. So I thought, well, I like for some reason I like the football stories, like Gol by Luigi Garlando. I don't know why, but and I also like mysteries. So I thought, okay, fair enough. I'll go and check them out. 14 books later, I get this one here, which is apparently Futbolisimos, the musical. The musical. The musical! I will translate the back of the cover for you. It says, I'm going to paraphrase a bit because it's in Spanish, but 10 years have passed since the last time they saw each other. Paquete, Elena with an H, Camuñas, Marilyn, Tony, Angustias, Tomeo, Anita, and Ocho have all grown up. And they are very busy, each with all of their things. I've read a bit of this so far, and yes, they are busy, but they have time to meet up with each other like they always did, because that's literally the first scene. Until a mysterious letter reunites them to do once more what they love the most: play football and solve mysteries. Once more, they will be Los Futbolisimos. There's no translation for that, by the way. It's just a nickname that's Elena actually made up, who also sent the letter in this. But this time, to the rhythm of music. And I've read a couple of these, and I think for some reason the songs do seem to be kind of the same meter to each other. I'm not quite sure. I love the updated design of the characters at the front, especially, but yeah, there are others as well. There's some pictures inside of characters that I've only seen in. I can't show that. I can't. Article 13. But that I've only seen in their child form. But there we go. And yeah, as usual, the illustrations by Enrique Lorenzo, which is the same guy who does the illustrations of the normal books. I'm interested, because I'm sure this is being produced somewhere. One thing I also want to mention, actually, is this part here. Alright, so there's a bit of information between Santiago about the actual what happens in the book, but he ends up, the last paragraph says something like, so now you know. Now you can turn the page and begin to read. But if you want, you can also sing the songs with your friends. I'd have to look up what they actually sound like. Or even better, you can represent, you can perform, it's just different Spanish. You can perform this play in your school with your friends. However, 3 pages before this, we have the copyright notice, which says any form of reproduction, distribution, or public communication or transformation of this play can only be done with the authorization of all these people later on. Direct yourself to Fedro, this website here, if you want to photocopy or scan any fragment. I don't know if that means just the images, in which case I'm definitely going to have to blur out what I just showed before. But if not, yeah. So Santiago's saying you can perform it in school, which is brilliant. But A, he's aged up his characters 10 years, even though they've been 11 for 14 books. And B, you have a copyright notice not to do that anyway. Futbolisimos. But anyway, that's what I got for Reyes, and a bit of a rant about a series that I've followed for quite some time. And yes, remember this in future years. If you see Equipo San Mateo, it is inspired by Los Futbolisimos, but it is not a copy of it. Read the actual books, then judge for yourself the similarities and the differences. That will make sense in a few years. Come back to this in the meantime. But for now, Feliz Reyes. And on that note, please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Until next time, farewell. Okay, it appears that I forgot one thing. The family cards. I opened it already. So this is literally the first joke that I got in this pack. What kind of bird can write? A penguin. Happy Reyes.